Go the other way. Hello, hello, welcome everyone. We're having a little issue here, but we're here, and it's just shortly after 7. I'm thrilled to pieces to be here with my good friend Dr. Michael Gross.
Hello, everyone.
We have a powerful message for everybody today, and well, Michael does. I'm only here as I guess I'm here as the host, right, Michael?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'll introduce Michael, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll ask him, and then I'll make sure I put his contact information in there as well, okay? So here we go. Dr. Michael Gross is a professional keynote speaker, energy transformational coach, entrepreneur, and the author of the Spiritual Primer, Applying God's 12 Transformational Laws to Reawaken Your Soul by Reconnecting to God, the True Source, to experience your true source's love, joy, and happiness. He helps you to achieve an unlimited life. For over 30 years, Dr. Michael Gross has been a spiritual teacher, a multidimensional healer, a transformational coach who is exceptionally skilled in all aspects of soul, oversoul, vibrations, frequencies, body timing, life force energies, and more. Dr. Michael Gross holds many degrees, some of which include a doctorate of alternative healing, psychology. He's a Reiki master teacher. He's also a thought field therapist, a certified professional hypnotherapist, and a non-denominational minister. He also has many other skills, which the list would be so long we would take half an hour to get through, I think. Right, Michael?
Right.
So here we are. Dr. Michael Gross also offers workshops. Be looking for one that's going to be coming up very, very soon. And his workshops include reconnecting to God, the true source, cellular release, manifestation protocols, energy multidimensional healing, enlightenment, and many, many others. He's also an international intuitive consultant for corporations, and he's traveled over half the world. His clients are in the US, Australia, New Zealand, South America, Asia, and some other countries. And his messages are now even being heard in the Baltic countries, Sweden, and South Korea. I am really thrilled and honored to have this opportunity to share my time with this incredible gentleman who's totally changed my life. So I'm going to go ahead and put his contact information in the comments and turn it right over to you, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. This is a very cold evening in the Northwest, but I'm warming up because of all the beautiful things I wanted and desire to share with you. I want to talk about challenges in your life. And why are they in your life? Well, the answer is, of course, they create growth. They also create anxiety, frustration. And sometimes with my computer, it learns a new language. So, as we all are, we get frustrated, we get upset, we say words we're really unhappy with that are not very kind. But more importantly, I would like for all of you to realize these challenges are empowering you. And sometimes they don't seem empowering because they they appear to be insurmountable. So let's think about that for a moment. Every challenge I would like you to look at opens a new doors to something else. Some people would say, well, yeah, it opens a door to another challenge. Then I have another challenge. Then I have another challenge. And you're right. But look at all the information and knowledge you have gained. We are going through the biggest information knowledge in the whole entire lifetime of this planet. That's huge. And some of us are overwhelmed, some of us are experts in it. I don't consider myself to be an expert in it, but I would rather leave it up to others who are an expert in it, who have more knowledge in that area than I do. And that's one of the points I'd like to discuss with you. If you like all that high technology, bless your soul, go for it, be it, do it. On the other hand, if that's not your forte, which is not my forte, could I learn it? Could I do it? Absolutely. Could become do well at it? Absolutely. Do I want to spend my time doing that? Because that's not my vocation. My vocation is to awaken your soul, to help you reconnect with the true source. As you reconnect with the true source, you will eventually do your spiritual mission and goals, which is very, very powerful. And I shall impart some more information why this is so powerful. You see, you are billions and trillions and whatever years old. Your soul is immortal. And everything you have ever experienced with your soul, whether you've been in what we call heaven or reincarnations, all that knowledge is with you. So that's very, very important, all that knowledge. And whatever you've chosen to do in this lifetime, whether it's high technology, doctor or nurse, or just being a wonderful father or mother, or whatever you desire to do, you've done this because it is something you wanted to learn and experience. Therefore, if you look at your life as nothing but an experience, which gains knowledge, then all these trials and tribulations and challenges like, no, I'm not having a problem. I'm gaining new knowledge. I understand what works and works. How can I apply it to my life? That's the key. How can I apply these challenges that are coming up in my life to overcome in my life? Because this empowers me. So stop to think about it. Whatever age you are, let's go back, some of us that are a little bit older. It's like you had to learn to ride a bike, and you may have had training wheels. And then you had to learn to ride the bike and took the training wheels off. Kind of shaky, it's scary, you might fall. And you overcame that. Perhaps you were learning to ice skate or ski, or perhaps you were learning to bowl. By the way, bowling's on its way back. It went quiet for a while. There's a rebirth. Everything runs in cycles, like your life runs in cycles. Isn't that great? Your life runs in cycles. Everybody in their life has what I call a life cycle. And it could last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, 12 years. Everyone is different. When you're nearing the end of your life cycle, it means that there's going to be a little bit of chaos because you've got to let go of things because people are afraid of change. What if it gets worse? My answer is, what if it gets a lot better? Why are you focusing on the negative? So as you come to the end, let's say you have an 8-year life cycle. At the end of the seventh year and going into your 8th year, you have a little bit of chaos. That means old stuff that you have not cleaned up. Then you start your next life cycle. It's always in 8-year groups, 10 years, 7-year, everybody's different. And what happens? New knowledge, new jobs, new relationships, better marriage, your children, everything is changing. And your reality is changing. And that's so important for you to understand what your reality is. So when I say your reality is changing, let's say you're a mom and you're suddenly become a chauffeur. So you're taking your kids to all the sporting events. That's one reality. And then later on in the day, you're playing tennis. That's a different entire reality and experience. And later on, you become chef and cook because you're making dinner. That's entirely different reality. And then maybe you go to the gym and work out. You're somebody different. You're working out. Then you come home and R and you go to sleep. That's another reality. So understanding all the facets of the reality, you as a human being are accomplishing huge amounts of things. You wear many different hats, whether you're male or female. You do so many different things. Then finally you come to the point, well, I need some R. I need something that brings me happiness. And what I've observed that is bringing happiness is observed, and I'm told, is that people are running away from life. They don't tell me that. I observe it because the big thing now I understand is microdosing, little bits of high drugs just to take the edge off. And they tell me it's not addictive. The doctors will tell me, you know what, it is addictive. Of course, if you have to do it every so often, you're addicted to taking the edge off. All right. And then, of course, you're addicted to looking younger, being physically fit, which has some great attributes. I wouldn't argue with you that. However, we are being addicted to different things. And anything you're addicted to controls you, it owns you. You know, I say people, I got to go to the gym every day. I got to work out. I've got to work. Well, you got a great body, you're a great shape. Yep, but they're addicted to doing it because why? Anything you're addicted to is you're afraid of a negative outcome. And that's part of a challenge in your life. Who's really in charge of your life? That addiction or you? You know, as the true source said, are you a slave of your fears or master of your life? Think about that. Which one are you? Some people are addicted to power. Some are addicted to pain, insecurity, low self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, all those things. Some of the addictions in mild forms are okay. Like I can't wait to when I'm with my friends to play golf. Am I a great golfer? I'm great at losing balls. I am better than anybody else at losing balls. But we go out there and we with my friends and we may have a cigar or we may have a beer or just iced tea and no cigar or whatever. But all we do is laugh. We joke and we laugh. That's what's so important. Am I addicted to laughing and having joy? Yep. Can I live without it? Yes, I can, but I choose to do it. So it doesn't own me. It's something that gives me pleasure in life. That's part of my message. What really gives you pleasure in life? You know, people, oh, I got to go on all these vacations and I go out and smoke marijuana or I have gummy bears and I do all this stuff. Yeah, then how do you feel it's over? Well, I kind of miss it. I'm tired. It's an emotional letdown. And now I got to get to work. So what really have you accomplished? You're up, you're down emotionally, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's up to you to choose what makes you happy and what you want to accomplish in your life. You know, one of the things they said about fishing is just throwing your line into the water, relaxing in the sun or in the shade, and just daydreaming and closing your eyes and doing nothing. But really, what happens when you think you're doing nothing? There's a lot that goes on. Have you ever thought about it? Your heart's pumping, right? You're breathing in and out, your cellular structure is working around. You're actually taking food, breaking it into energy to give you energy. You're relaxing, and when you close your eyes, you let your body work more efficiently because you're not distracted. And the other thing is, you're having an out of body experience. An out of body experience means that you're out of your body. Maybe you're getting healing. Maybe you're helping people cross over, or maybe you're helping Mother Earth heal, or somebody else healing. But what you're doing is something that's very powerful. Or maybe you're going to galactic school, spiritual school, to learn new information. Or maybe you're helping someone else. So don't look at sleeping as being no activity. Really, you're doing something very, very powerful out of your body. Even when a person is in a coma, and that's an unfortunate thing, they are doing out of body work. So you are always doing something all the time, 24/7. Did you ever think that if I can just sit down, have a little peace and quiet, as they say, just close your eyes and meditate? I always talk about meditation. And there's transcendental meditation, there's this person, that person. Which one is the best? The one that works for you. That's the one. The one I prefer, that's a difference. The one I prefer after trying some, not all, meditation is called the breath of enlightenment. Whoa, what does that mean? Well, the breath of enlightenment works with your soul, helps heal what your soul says to heal. Not my left pinky, maybe it's my heart, maybe it's an internal organ. Maybe it is my left pinky, whatever is needed, but it raises your vibrations. And as it raises your vibrations, gets you out of the chaos in your life around you. Everybody has some chaos in their life around you. And what is happening, this chaos owns us. We become addicted to it. It's like, how are you feeling now? Well, nothing's happening. I'm sitting down. I'm getting bored. What's wrong with just closing your eyes and meditating? Well, I don't get any answers. I don't see anything. You will always get an answer. Well, how come I don't get an answer? Well, the answer is simple. And that is you're expecting something in a certain way. No expectations, no attachments. I wish was my expression, but it's not mine. But it's so very powerful. Because when you meditate and you ask for an answer, it's given to you like this, which you want to, Michael, hello, we have an answer, and you expect a dialogue verbally. Sometimes it's just a feeling. Sometimes it's an inner knowingness. It just feels right. You can't explain anything else. It just feels right. Many years ago, I worked for a large corporation, actually two of them. One of them was they leased apartments, and we would buy shoes for them. We would select shoes for the coming season. And so I can't talk about others, but I was responsible for the shoes we're talking about in the 70s now, $500-600 a pair and down. Now they have them several $1,000s a pair, which could be equivalent to it. But I use my intuitive ability. This will sell. This will sell. This will sell. Was I 100% correct? Nope. But I was probably 85, 90% correct, using my ingenuity of saying, Michael, true source, what is proper for this store, these customers? At Southern customers, which were different than California customers, which were different from Michigan customers. And I would ask that question, and I would pick what I call the winners. And later on, I was in Shoe Corporation and I was in the wholesale end. And again, I would pick different shoes out for my clients. I would come back and hopefully they sold. Otherwise, they're not going to buy from me. I'm not going to make any money. But again, I was more right than wrong. That's the way it is with your life. If you will listen to, some people say, the gut or the inner intelligence or your soul, just go with it. Even if it doesn't make sense, the outcome will always be perfect. To you, and I know you want to add something.
I do. Thank you, Michael. I was just commenting a little bit on the Facebook, and I just realized that if I type on YouTube, people aren't seeing it on Facebook. But my question is, we all have challenges. That's just the way life is. And when we know that, how is it that sometimes we become so consumed by the challenges that it's like overwhelming and it takes our energy down? What is it that we can do other than what you were saying about meditation and relaxing and just kicking your feet back? How can we recognize it before it takes us too far down that rabbit hole, I could say?
Okay, that's a very good question. So one of the terms I like to use is taking ownership of it or addicted to it. Ownership and addicted in my languaging is the same thing, right? If you're addicted to eating candy, you're owning that energy that you're addicted to eating candy. You're eating the sugar. When a challenge comes into your life and you go, how am I going to handle this? This is overwhelming. And then what happens is you avoid it like the plague. And then emotionally it begins to build up. You lose sleep. It bothers you. You become angry. You become upset. Your blood pressure runs higher. Then your neurons and synapses in the brains are going to. And at the same time, your hormones, everything's happening, and your body's going through emotional, physical, mental, and geological. And I say geological, and I'll explain to you why. Change. It's the energy on the planet that's also affecting you. So all these things are coming in. And then when you finally say, I can't stand it, and you figure out the solution or have someone help you, go, gee, that was easy. Why'd I take so long? So why do we have that fear? We have that fear because we think it's insurmountable. We can't find the answer instantaneously, and we don't know how to go about it. So remember, fear, false evidence appearing real. We've all heard that. More importantly, it's in your life to overcome this, because then it adds knowledge and power, and somebody's going to come to you with a similar problem in a few years or less. Oh, I can help you. I don't tell people I have an answer. I just say, I have a strong suggestion, because nobody wants to be told what to do. Nobody wants to be bossed. So if you say, I have a suggestion, and you impart it, give it a shot, see what happens, and that's it. And then whether they do it or not, don't even follow up. Because if they reject it, that's their problem. And if they want to run in pain, that's their problem. It is not your responsibility. What is your responsibility? Well, as a parent, is your children. We know that. And it was your responsibility as your parents get older, you want to help them, look after them the best way you can. But basically, Your responsibility is to empower yourself to share this knowledge in a very gentle way to empower others to have more success. So we call it mentoring, and that's another cliche. Years ago, I was a spiritual teacher. Then I became a coach. Now I'm a mentor. I don't know what I'm going to become next, but to me, they mean all the same thing. And then we talk about quantum energy and the quantum this is going on in the quantum fields. We used to call it the spiritual fields. It's the same thing, the same energy. But the scientists use the word quantum, so it sounds more official to everybody. And it doesn't sound spiritual, which could be woo woo. It's the same identical thing. That we're all related. We all feel the same energy. We all have our vibrations. We all have ability to see the future. We all have the ability to control our lives. We all have the ability to heal ourselves. But they're calling quantum healing, quantum. Gee, Jesus didn't use that term. I don't think so. I don't even know if that was around in his time. Buddha, nope, didn't think that. Krishna, nope, didn't use that. So it talked about God's energy, or it talked about your faith and belief. It talked about that you can heal yourself and you realign yourself with God. Well, let's talk about quantum energy. So they're saying a frequency and energy and vibration. Great. Where does it come from? Well, it's just there. Yeah, well, who created it? It's just there. That's all they can tell you. Is that a good enough answer? It's just there? Well, to a lot of people, it isn't. All energy is created, okay? It runs at different frequencies and energies of vibration. So you can say the energy to power a car, gasoline, right? There's the energy to heat your house, natural gas, electric, maybe wood, that's energy. All these things are different energies. All have been created for one purpose, for us to use in our human body and to live and experience what it is to be in a body. So if you're in a soul, you have one energy. It's great, unconditional love, just love. You're happy, you're joyous. All the other memories, there's no pain. Why is there no pain? Because the ego and the subconscious mind come together to create a belief system called pain. Now you have nerve endings in your body that you can feel pain. But then what if you're watching a movie and someone said, "Oh, I burned my finger. Oh, I cut my hand." Oh, you have some sympathy, but you don't feel it. You observe it. Some people rarely, but there are exceptions to rules. So let's not be technical here. But you observe it and you observe what their reactions are. And it goes into your memories. And therefore, when you're in your soul body, you feel one energy love. You go, "Oh, I did this and I did that and I did that. Oh, it's pretty cool. Look at all the things I learned." Because there's no energy that's negative to feel the pain because you're surrounded with love, 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 love. You know, anything but love. And that's so beautiful. So, this energy we call love from the true source, call it energy, call it quantum energy. It's the same thing, unconditional love. Everything exists in it. So, let's get down to the nuts and bolts with you because I'm watching the time. How can you overcome easily and effortlessly the challenges in your mind and in your body and in your life? Simple. Ask what I am to learn from it. Period. Keep asking. Get away from the word punishment. Get away from the word that it's meant to harm me. What is positive that I am to learn from it? Add that. What is positive that I'm here to learn from it? And once you realize that it's positive, then you gain knowledge and power, and it's over and done with. The other night, I was working with a person who had a neck problem. What's your pain? 8 and 9. We released the emotion, what he was to learn from it, went down to a 0 in 20 minutes. See how easy? Am I great and wonderful? I'm just doing the true source's work, following what the true source is telling me, following what the soul is. You are the person I'm talking to. You are aligning with the energy of letting it go and healing because you're letting go of the emotion that created it. So once we understand it, it's pretty cool. Is there a place for allopathic doctors? Yeah. But in the days to come, it'll be less and less. Therefore, I want to thank all of you for joining me. I hope you've gained some knowledge. And I hope that with each thought that I share with you, with these channeled information, that it's going to empower you to be the beautiful soul you are. Because as I say, you are the solution. You can make a difference on this planet. My job, my mission and goal is help you reconnect with the true source to help you do your spiritual mission and goal. Just think about that, everyone. Because of my branding, they call it whatever, you are unlimited. Therefore, I would like to talk about one thing that's very dear to my heart, and that is every second Saturday of the month, I do what is called the Mass Consciousness Healing. Mass Consciousness Healing starts at 9:55 a.m. Pacific time to 11:01 Pacific time. There's reasons I'll talk about it another time. So we talk for a few minutes and where are you from? And I don't care. It's on freeconferencecall.com. You can be in your pajamas. I don't care what you're doing. We can't see you, but you will feel this beautiful energy coming through you. It will feel wonderful. And then you become a conduit, like a beautiful flower opening up. And as you're opening up, the sun is shining. And this beautiful perfume essence of the flower is going all around the planet to change everybody into unconditional love and away from war and chaos. In order to do that, we have a special telephone number and we have a confirmation code. So, Tia, would you please give everybody that number?
Absolutely, Michael. I'd be happy to. That number is 202-926-1059, and the access
code is 125-446-pound. One more time, please.
Absolutely. 202-926-1059, and the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. Taking the same telephone number, the same conference code. Every Tuesday evening, I have what is called Soul Awakening. You're all invited. And you attend and you can ask any question about spirituality. Hopefully, I can answer it. And then, even if you may know the answer, you may have forgotten it. So join us and you'll help you remember. You'll learn something new. Then 10 minutes before, I give what I call a motivational little, I wouldn't say speech, but a motivational message. And it's about 10 to 12 minutes long. I have 355 or 356 of them. It's incredible over the time. But it really will change your life because as I'm doing the channeling, I'm channeling, the true source of high vibrational energy of unconditional love is pouring out. Comes through the screen that you're watching me. It comes through the telephone, comes in person. All of us are exchanging energy. And in order for all of you to join us, it goes from 6:30 p.m. Pacific time to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And just call in and we'll acknowledge you. And to you, tell them how they can join us.
Absolutely, Michael. It's 202-926-1059 and the access code?
125-446-pound. Same number as Mass Consciousness Healing. So I don't think we need to repeat it a second time, but there's one more thing. Actually, a couple, but one more important thing. And that is, I call the replay. So we have these beautiful messages, motivational messages, and they go from 3 to 355. They are not labeled, and many of you know this because I forgot to label them. True Source said, no, you didn't. I said, yeah, I did. No. Michael, do you want to read through 355 different labels? No. Tell everybody, just let their soul guide them. You may choose 227, 317, whatever, and I get a feedback, just what I needed to hear. They're usually 10 minutes long, couple, maybe a few minutes longer. You're stuck in your car, you're stuck in traffic, you had a bad day at work, your wife's mad at you, your husband's mad at you, or you're alone, or you're frustrated. Dial this number, listen to it, either on on your telephone, or you can answer not get this or ascertain some of this information on YouTube, but let's talk about the telephone. Give them that number.
Okay, that number is 434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. One more time.
It's 434-300-4170. And the code?
125-446-pound. And everyone, I just want to share this with you. This is all channeled information. And sometimes the information comes in so fast, my lips can't move fast enough that my mind is comprehending. So none of this is rehearsed. We don't want to be perfect in our presentation. We want the truth and the energy to come through. One more item, and that is that if you go to Dr. Michael B. Gross YouTube, you can hear all the replays of our podcast, and you can listen to some, if not all, of the motivational messages. Most of them will have a picture by award-winning photographer, as you know by now, Tia Knapp, and there'll be a motivational message, and you can hear it audibly. So I encourage all of you, or listen to the podcast, and these are 30 minutes long. So I encourage all of you to participate. Can't hurt your day. And remember, when you're picking something you want to listen to, the motivational message, it goes from 3 to 355, 356. So I encourage all of you to do so. And we're going to have an important announcement next week on a workshop that I'm going to be doing that will change your life. How do I know? I'll tell you how I know. Tune in next week with the old TV programs and radio program. Everybody, thank you. I want to
Well,
share something else with you. Yes.
may I ask you something?
Yes.
Very, very quickly. How do people, people actually, what do you offer the people that would like to connect with you for the very first time?
Absolutely. I offer a complimentary consultation. 30 minutes long, usually runs longer, but I offer that. Thank you for reminding me. And what's so important about it is I can share some information and knowledge. Not going to try to sell you anything. At the very end, if I can help you, let me know. That's it. That's my whole sales pitch. If I can help you, let me know. So more importantly is for you to understand about your soul, why you're here, to empower you to do your spiritual mission as goal, so that your legacy will be you did something very important. And remember, if you change one person's life, that is important as to changing 8.5 billion. That's how powerful it is. So to get in touch with me, you can use my confidential cell phone, and that's 253-222-1096. 253-222-1096. When you leave a message, if I can't pick up the phone because I'm working with somebody, I am old school. So text me afterwards. Tell me what time zone you're in and your telephone number, and I will get back to you. Do not text me first, because I will tell you I might not get it till midnight or the next morning because I'm busy. But I see you called. I'm going to look for that telephone number on the text. So please, when I tell people don't text me, call me first, then leave a text. They will text me. Well, how come you didn't call me? Well, I told you, and now it's 10 minutes to 1 o'clock in the morning, and you don't want to hear from me. So you may not hear from me the next day, or I may be so jammed it could be the third day. But I will always make time after you call and leave me a text. Please, old school, don't care about that. That's the way I function, and that's the way I roll. So I just wanted to pass that on for you, all of you. Now, here we go. This is brought to you by, I got to get, here we go. Healing the Souls, Healing the Holes in Your Souls. I'm Floating by Tia Knapp. I like the guy that wrote the foreword. This is a wonderful book about a woman who literally rose from the ashes, reborn, rebirth, like the phoenix, the spiritual bird of rebirth. It's a must read. It's empowering. It'll give you tears, you'll have your joy, and you'll learn if she can overcome these challenges in life, so can I. So please, everybody, take a look at this book. It's really great. It's wonderful. She'll tell you how you can get her book.
Alrighty, thank you, Michael. And I highly encourage everyone to start with this beautiful book, The Spiritual Primer by Dr. Michael Gross, who did, like he said, write the foreword in my book. But that book that he's holding would not even be in existence had it not been for him and this wonderful book that he wrote. This to me is priceless. It saved my life. And he continues to enrich my life day after day after day with all the messages that he shares with us and the beautiful time that he offers to us on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and the mass consciousness healing meditation that he does on Saturdays, second Saturday of the month. So seriously, take him up on his complimentary consultation. He totally changed my life. And the reason I no longer live in the gutter, I moved forward. I worked with Michael. It's been 5 years now, and now I'm experiencing the life with amazing grace. And I tell you, I would never, ever, I don't regret for a minute getting this book and meeting this gentleman. And I know that he can make changes for you as well. So definitely start here. In order to get these books, this one here is not on Amazon. So you have to go to connect with one of us. The contact information is in the comments on this Facebook Live and in YouTube. Or you can just message us. We're on Messenger as well, okay? And contact us to get the books, and we'll definitely make sure that you have a signed copy delivered to you in your hands, and you don't pay for the postage. We've covered all that, okay? So you guys take care. We're truly, truly blessed and honored that we've had Michael here for our evening tonight, and we will come back next Thursday, right, Michael?
Absolutely. And I want to encourage all of you to push the subscribe button, because it's algorithms, I understand. And so if you get more people following you, more people will pay attention to your message. And you know my message, that you are unlimited, and how to create a life of love and joy and happiness, which is so important. So please share this with everyone. Tell everyone about it. And you don't know, you may change someone's life and save their life. So thank you, everyone.
Michael, just before we go, you've got some serious loving comments here. People are so glad they joined you today. They are, Darshan keeps telling us God bless you both. Thank you. We are unlimited, and we are immortal. And I just wanted to make sure I got the one in this recording because this is phenomenal. Thank you so much, Darshan, and everybody else who's joined us today. We're truly blessed and honored that you took your Thursday to come spend time with us. So thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Darshan. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thanks to you for your support. Thank everyone. And remember, you are unlimited. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.
Thank you.
We love
Namaste.
you. I love you.
Love you.
Really do. Thank you.